In search of one last thrill, two stubborn old men spent a fortune to buy a lion. They stepped back, raised their hunting rifles, and counted down from 3. The boy opened the box, expecting a ferocious beast to leap out, but the lion, it just lay there, lifeless, still, unbothered. Hey, get your lion butt out of there! Clearly, this wasn't the majestic predator they dreamed of. This was a washed-up zoo reject. Old, tired, bored, their hunting excitement instantly vanished. They were ready to send it back. But then, the boy spoke up, eyes wide, voice hopeful. Can I keep him? I'll feed him, take care of him. I've never had a pet of my own before. The old men paused. Maybe, just maybe, if they let the boy raise the lion and bring back its wild instincts, they could hunt it later. So they agreed. And just like that, 14-year-old Walter got his very first pet, a gentle second-hand lion. But what he didn't know was that this lion would change everything. Just days earlier, Walter had been dumped in the countryside by a mother he barely trusted, forced to spend the summer with 2 uncles he'd never even met. Rumor had it, these 2 reclusive old men had disappeared for 40 years and came back filthy rich, millions supposedly. Walter's mom had one goal, get her son into their good graces so when they died, he'd inherit the treasure. But when Walter saw their home, his heart sank. A faded, collapsing wooden house, a mob of angry dogs. Even a pig joined the barking. So much for a millionaire's mansion. Eventually, they found the 2 old men, fishing by the river. You sent for a hooker? Walter's mom smiled politely, but the uncles had no idea who she was. Turns out they'd never met before in their lives. Still, after relentless pleading, they reluctantly agreed to take the boy in. As she drove off, claiming she was headed to law school, his mom leaned down and whispered, "Be nice, find the treasure." And just like that, she was gone. Walter was left alone. No TV, no phone, just 2 cranky old men and a bunch of wild animals. At first, he didn't know how he'd survive, but soon enough, he'd learn exactly how these 2 uncles got their kicks, and more importantly, the wild, unbelievable stories that turned out to be more real than he ever imagined.